Joined by our man Connor Sutton. Connor and I just talking Farmer's Dog there during the commercial break. He's a user of the product.
There we go.
Good stuff right there, Connor. Talk a little Republic as well as you guys are gearing up for another season. And we'll just bring people into the conversation we were having. We'll bring the radio audience into the conversation we were just having here on the stream. Obviously, the Republic, Connor, over the last couple of years have been extraordinary, just absolutely incredible. The entire city has been behind them. But that championship hump, that's tough to get over.
Yeah. No, it's a big thing. And listen, I've talked to a lot of the players, talked to our head coach about this. And, the way we got knocked out of the playoffs was tough last year. We're up 1-0 in the 60th minute and let up a couple goals. And it's only a couple minutes where we didn't play that well. And we basically got knocked out for it. So, but that's on their minds. That is the driving factor, especially for these returning players, is they know what it takes to get to that point. And now they realize, like, if you blink, man, you can be knocked out, especially in the playoffs. So being top team in the Western Conference is great, but you get to the playoffs, it's a whole other animal. And obviously this team knows that. A lot of these guys were on that Open Cup team 2 years ago that went to the Open Cup final. So they know that knockout style, which is so fun to watch. But, listen, I think they're going to be confident. We know that this team is good. They know this team is good. It's just now they know that the job was not done last year, and they know that. And so heading into 2024, that's the goal again, is to win a title.
Do you think these guys may suffer a little bit from a little bit of a hangover? I think about this as a 49ers fan, right? You get all the way there, and obviously they didn't get to the finals, but it was close enough. But you get all the way there, and you have a tough loss, and it's like, man, we got to go back up the hill again. And it may take, a month or two to kind of get the gears going again. Have you seen that earlier? Or are they just kind of energized maybe by the loss and the heartbreak last year and using that to prepare them to be ready for the start of the season?
Yeah, look, that's a great question, Kenny, because I do feel like we have seen that happen just in the sports in general. It just doesn't matter what sport. You're right. With the Niners, that is a concern, right? But I think for the Republic, the thing that is so important is that for 2 years, really, the defense has been so good. The back line has been so solid. And the fact that all those guys are coming back, they've added a couple pieces to just kind of chime in back there as well. That makes me feel good that they're going to be so good defensively again, which then leaves the chance for error so much smaller than what it would be if you didn't have a good back line, good defense. So I feel good about that aspect. I think that this team, there's no hangover. I think they're fired up. I think based on what I've seen in training camp, they know that they want to win a title, and they know that. They talk about it. They know the way they got knocked out. It's a bad taste in their mouth. They feel the pain that a lot of fans did last year, and they want to come back. Listen, it was a great year, but they also know, like, that's how the sports is, man. If you don't win a title, it's kind of a disappointment, at least for most teams who are wanting to win a title.
What do you add when you have a defense like they had last year, when you had a record like they had last year? Like, how do you evaluate and go, okay, here's what we're missing. Here's how we get over that hump?
I mean, that's what our general manager and president Todd Donovan has been working on the offseason with our head coach Mark Briggs. Like, it's a good problem to have, right? You got to figure out. So it's not a lot. It's bringing guys back who are really great last year. Russell Cicerone is returning, who was our top goal scorer last year. We brought in a goal scorer from League One who had over 20 goals last year. In League One, that's the league lower than USL Championship. So we're looking to see if he can score some. Getting guys back healthy. We did have some injuries during the playoffs that kind of hurt us a little bit. Sebastian Herrera, as our striker, was a little bit injured. So it's not a lot of changes. It's a lot of just, hey, we got some new guys to bring in some new blood. But I think, you see it in sports a lot, and I think soccer is the biggest one, especially in the USL Championship. When you have continuity and you have players who've been playing at the top level of this league for a couple years together, that makes it easier to start at a higher point than the rest of the teams would be who have a lot of new faces coming into the new season. So that's what Sacramento has, in their favor going into this season.
Kind of for somebody like myself, who I follow the Republic, I don't necessarily follow the league as a whole. Who are some of the teams that we've got to look out for this coming year? I know Phoenix and Oakland, that's always a rivalry type game, but who are some of the other contenders that we got to, be on the lookout for?
I mean, Phoenix, they're the defending champs. They're the ones who knocked us out last year. So I think we're going to definitely have some vengeance to return there. San Antonio FC in the Western Conference, always a top team. They got a couple former players there. So there's a little bit of a rivalry within those two teams. On the Eastern Conference, you have Tampa Bay Rowdies, Louisville FC. Those are the teams that have typically been the top of the East and the West. Last year, Pittsburgh Riverhounds on the East were some of the was a top team in the East. So, it depends. It depends year to year. I think in the Western Conference, we play Orange County on Saturday night in our home opener, and that's a team that we lost to twice last year. We played them at that Giant Hughes match that I think both you guys at. At least Kenny was at it. I can't remember if both you guys were, but we lost to them that night, and so we're going to be looking to get vengeance there as well.
The home openers Saturday.
Yes, Saturday.
Right. When like, because we always follow like with the Kings, man, these guys have been together since such and such. They've been working out all off season. They've been doing this. They went to Domas's house for wine and all of that different stuff. When do these guys get together and start to prepare for the season?
So early February, actually a week earlier than they ever have this year. And they, obviously there's a lot of games and a lot of training that comes into training camp, but they also went to Tucson for some games, but they also, they did a couple days of just team bonding, Top Golf. I know we have a lot of golfers on the team that like to get out and hit the range or hit the links. And that's what's so cool about the culture of this team is everybody's really close and good friends. And I think we've seen that with the Kings too. You guys have talked about that, is you can tell everybody likes each other. And I do think that matters. And we've seen the same thing for the Republic. We have great leaders like Kenny's guy, Roro, who's such a great leader. I don't know why I said Kenny. He's D'Lo's guy too. I don't know why it's just Kenny's, but it's your boy.
No, it's fine. Be careful what you say. Just remember, be careful what you encourage, Connor, because it'll end up on a hoodie.
It was coming. I was waiting. I was gonna wait.
Well,
I was gonna wait.
Connor, that's fine, Connor. That's why just got to be careful on this show, man. Got to be careful.
I was gonna get Kenny a custom jersey with it on the back.
Oh,
no.
Let's go.
Mind you, Connor, have you ever seen me wear the shirt? No.
Well,
I've seen it photoshopped.
Wear the jersey. Don't waste your money and your resources.
I think it would be a great use of funds.
Caraway number 5 is just fine.
I would send it to Damien, and then he would give it to you on air. Is what I would do, so you weren't ready for it. That's what I would do.
Up so many bad influences around here, but I tell you, so many bad.
And it's your fault. In fact, I'm blaming both of you to be clear.
Well, I just wanted the Republic to win. I was confident that they were going to do it.
You couldn't say go Republic?
I did, but I also said they were about to smash them boys, like Roman Reigns would say.
But now it's not.
I
funny.
did encourage it.
Like Connor wants to get you a jersey, and you won't. Like how rude is that? Connor wants to get you a gift, and you're like, nah, don't do that.
Caraway 5 will do just fine.
One of the best fan experiences in the city, by the way, is Republic games. This is so much fun.
Heck yeah. I've been on the outskirts. I've never been to a game yet. I gotta go. I'm definitely going this year.
Bro. Yeah.
Definitely going this year. But
Kenny, we gotta get you on the mic out there, man. Both you guys.
I'm with that. I'm with that, man. I got the gear. I'm ready to go. I got everything. You talk about my guy Roro. It's funny you say how long they've been working out together and everything, because I saw him at one of the Kings games. They're playing the Hawks. So that was before the All-Star break. And I saw him and I was like, man, what's up, man? How you doing? He's like, good, man. We got practice in the morning. We getting ready. I said, practice? Like, what you talking about? He's like, yeah, we've been going at it for the last 2-3 weeks. So yeah, man, they've been getting together, working on that team bonding, the camaraderie. And I think this is their year. How I felt about the 49ers. Now we all know how that ended. I'm not ready to talk about that. But remember coming into the season, I said this was the year.
Yeah.
This was it. This was the year where they're going to put it all together, and this is the championship season. That's how I feel about the Republic this year.
I think so too. I think this is the time for this team to really show out and get a title. I mean, you've seen teams knock on the door, and then finally break through, and it feels like this could be the team to do that. I'm excited because we also got really good depth this year. We got Jack Gurr, who's returning. We have really good depth at the goalkeeping position. Vidiello, who's been great for a couple of years, brought in Jared Mazzola, who's a top-notch goalkeeper as well. I really think that this is the year, man. And I will say, since this group has come in, the vibes at Heart Health Park has gone to another level, man. Like this team puts on a show. You don't have to know soccer. You don't have to be a fan. Like it's just, you come out, it's such a good time because it's fast paced. There's no stoppages other than halftime. And yeah, man, I mean, celebrating a goal with those players, they go right to the fans to celebrate. So the vibes for this team at Heart Health Park, that's what we're excited about for Saturday.
Connor, we always catch up during the big moments, man. We need to make this a regular thing this season.
Yeah,
come in and
Let's
visit.
do it.
We talk Republic.
Yeah.
Let's do it. I'm game. I'll bring
All right.
Kenny's jersey next time.
Let's go. Let's go, Kenny.
Yo, whose man's is this? Whose man's is
That's my
this?
man right there. What you mean? That's my man right there. Connor, great to catch up with you. Republic home opener this Saturday. Beginning of another great season, I'm certain, for this franchise.
Can't wait.
Thanks,
We
fellas.
appreciate you, my man. Thank